Right. Okay. So, if this is working correctly, I should be live. You should be able to hear what I'm saying, and welcome. I'm not quite sure how long this is going to last, but just sitting here testing out like this setup I have, and right now I'm not too upset with it. If you're going to tune in again, probably going to hear me talk shit about all kinds of stuff. This probably will get a little blue, so I'm going to say that this is a 21 and over show or channel. Not that I'm going to be using expletives and talking about sardonic stuff or using sardonic terms to talk about horrible things all the time. Definitely be a little snarky, but not always dirty or what some people might consider to be not for all ages or not safe for work. That being said, this is my little addition to the digital realm of information. I'm going to be working with music and talking crap about either plugins that I got that suck, or something I can't figure out, or what have you. Maybe even talk about movies. Maybe even talk about one of my favorite television shows or something. You know what I mean? It's going to be a little bit of a free-for-all. That being said, right now we're listening to a little beat I'm working on. I'm using Ableton. Reason, as you can see, the chords are coming from Reason. This actually just a Reason pack. Really like the Reason rack. I can't say enough about how cool that it is now. An entire plugin, because I used to live by putting Reason in as an external instrument to sit there with my whole setup. I would always have everything wired in, and sometimes it was cool, and then sometimes it's just a pain in the ass. But now being able to have this as a rack just really changes things. It has changed my way of writing. I don't write in Reason as much anymore, and not so much that I miss it because I've been using Ableton so much. But I also will be using Machine, which is always a part of my rig. And I believe there's something that's coming from it, not too much right now. And I have a bunch of different plugins. I don't think there's really anything too much on any of this right now. Just to let you know, this is running Ableton 11 beta. The actual software comes out sometime this spring, or they did say first quarter. This is just the beta. I haven't found too many bugs. I found one bug. Actually, I might do it just now, just to pop it in and then start something new. If you heard that, excuse me. So this is the one bug I found so far in the beta. It's with using this Valhalla Delay, and it's probably not going to go there because let's put it here. And if this is the right one, no, this one is going to be okay. Actually, let's see what happens. So what happened was, the bug was when I went to go change the size, it would just freak out and just crash the software. So it's not this. Where are the rest of the so if it's not the delay, where are the rest of my Valhalla? I thought it was that one. Valhalla Delay. Again, Freak Echo maybe? Oh, and there it went away, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so it just crashed Ableton. That's the one bug, so that's kind of lame. I wonder if I'm still streaming. I guess I'm still streaming. That's weird. I just got a text from someone talking about some old weird work habit. I'm not sure if that even came up in the stream or not, if you heard that ding or not. But someone just brought that up for some reason. I don't even know who that could be. no, we're not going to continue that. We're going to start a new thing. So the reason why I'm actually really excited to be doing this is, if you see this right here, when Reason was, I first got the new Reason, I checked out a bunch of their different players, and there were a couple of different players that I wasn't fond of. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, I might have an issue because I'm trying to stream. Oh, no, it opened up. I didn't know if it was going to ping to Ableton and to Reason or not. All right, so, but now that we've got Ableton open again, I just want to show you what I'm doing here. I've got the microphone here. This is the Vochlea Dubler. It's pretty cool. And what I'm doing is going to use it as a MIDI input device to make some melodies with it. And then that's going to be what that is. It's actually pretty cool to use. I haven't got it quite down yet, and I'm a horrible singer and I'm a horrible beatboxer, so these are both two things that you should be good at to make this work for you. So the software looks like this, and I'm going to turn off the triggers because I don't want it to trigger any drum beats. I just want it to use my voice. And as you see here, as I'm talking and you can hear what I'm saying, you can see that my voice has pitch. And as I raise up my pitch or go down in my pitch, I cannot sing everything sharp or flat. I would horrible. Anyway, that was enough of that. Anyway, what it does is it converts those horrible pitches into MIDI information that I can then clean up and put on right notes and go from there. So that being said, let's just, oh gosh, this is embarrassing. Let's get a beat going. And then we'll go from there. And just to make things simple and to get everything going, I'm going to open up Machine. And I'm going to go through and find a kit. Let's go with True School. That sounds alright. What? Oh. What's going on here? Let's see. Not quite sure. Pop. So it's picking really not what I wanted to do there. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so there's that. Let's go over here and figure out what we're going to put on the Reason rack. so bad at that. Also, I'm trying to learn how to use my left hand with my mouse, which is kind of weird, let me tell you. Not used to it. There's a joke in there somewhere. Right. I do want that to be like a little weird polyrhythm, so let's see if that works. Oops. One of the new things I really like about the new one of the new things I like about the new Ableton also is the fact that they've got this new way you can look at all the notes. So if I want to put these all in the same notes, or if I want to find out where the scale is, I can. It's actually really slick. This is annoying. Oh wow, that was annoying. I've got to really learn how to use the mouse with both hands. Alright, so there's the notes. And will it let me fold these? Fold this down? Alright, so I can see where everything is. And it looks like this is definitely out of key compared. What's going on with my camera situation here? Alright, let's see. A3, D sharp. Alright, so we've got that. So I'm not using my machine because I just didn't have room for it. I should bring it up to do these videos, so this will probably make more sense. Interesting note about like how a machine will work with you're using a different controller. Alright, so we know that's all off. I'm not really trying to go for it like that, but we can figure out. Alright, so as I'm doing this, a couple of questions out there for anybody who's probably not watching. What the fuck is going on with Bitcoin? Yeah, shit is out of control. I feel like I'm gonna have to change my. Alright, let's see. Machine is different where I think you've got to hold something and move it. Which one is it? There it is. And then I move this. Yes, I go like that. And then I hit this and move it. Okay. But it's still not on. Like, everything needs to just go over, like... What is... I always forget what the different consolidation and quantizing shit is in each different one, because they're all different. I wish they could just like have like a uniform set of command line, or not command line, but like I could sit there and set off my preferences that these were always the same exact thing in each software. You know what I mean? Like that, I think if you could get that to happen, I mean, like that would like change so many people's like reactions and ways that they use computers. I mean, I know they've got it down to a pretty good, you know, situation right now where it's like you can pretty much, you know, let's do this. Okay, we're just gonna make this shit 1 bar, because that's all we really need. We don't need all these. At least not right now. Until we pull up. Feels like it's just fucking late and I want nuts. It's kind of a fun groove. It's nothing great, but we'll work with it for right now. So I just, I don't know if you saw that, but I had a Serato sample channel set up. I usually have a bunch of different channels set up in my template for when I start, and I got Serato sample, and I guess that was from motherfuckers that just didn't have Ableton, because that shit's just, I mean, it really doesn't do much for me. I see some people tweaking it on YouTube and whatever, but I just don't. Yeah, it's not necessary in my opinion. I mean, if you have Ableton, there's no need for that plugin. You can do all the sampling that you want. I wanted to check it out. It was like on sale for like half price, so I picked it up, and I mean, it's like at this point, I wish you could sell software to someone else, because I don't think I'll ever really, really use it. It'll be something that maybe if I, start working in a studio and someone comes over with samples. I mean, I've done that in the past where it's like, you have a bunch of different software so that whoever comes over feels comfortable. But I just don't see me fucking with it really much more. Anyway, let's get up a bass line, and let's start with this anyway. I like that. Alright, so I'm going to use this to get the actual rhythm that I want for the bass. And I'm going to do this to get the rhythm that I want for the bass. And then I can put the notes in, because I already know what kind of the notes are. Now, I hear what's cool with this Dubler, which I haven't really gotten into yet, and probably the next video I'll figure it out. But you can put whatever key that you want the songs to be in, and you can sit there and add whatever notes and everything that you'd want. I haven't gotten that far yet, but on the next video, I'll probably get into that. Alright, so let's just get our rhythm down for this. And then we're going to go and get that going. All right, so now let's listen to how really bad that was. I mean, this synth is definitely like real slick for. I mean, I like this Bassmaster synth for getting some really just raw, cool bass sounds. It was like from Loop Masters, and I use it a lot now. It's like one of my go-to bass sounds to come out with it first, and then I will layer it with some other stuff. If I'm going for more organic, I'll layer it with something like from Scarby Bass, or if I'm looking for more electronic, I'll get something from Razor. I like the older Native Instrument sounds to like layer with this because it just gives it so much more crunch and everything. So let's look at what this actual bass line came out to, and pull in that to start that, and we're gonna make it a. Let's just make sure I want to do things short. Let's see if that's the right one. So I've got the tempo. I think I kind of like it, and again my notes are flat compared to the other ones, so that's F sharp. I'm just like sharp, so let's just move this up a little bit. We're gonna move it up. Let's see, and I have to figure out the shortcut. I haven't figured out the shortcut to like sit there and see what all the notes are. So that's F, B, and E in this one, and this one is I guess I got F here. Let's put it in F right now. Let's unfold it and bring this down to F. So the this bass line doesn't, I mean, I like the rhythm. The bass sound doesn't really go with what I want right now. We're just going to do a little change up on that. Anybody ever see that show Ragnarok? Like on Netflix? Man, I love that show. It's kind of, you know, some people sit there and say, oh, it's kind of cheap. Alright, I'm going to leave that in there. But now I'm going to change my kick drum. Just roll this up a little bit. Sounds a little bit better. So I'm liking the way this kick sounds a little bit better by itself now that I've changed up the sample a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it from machine. It's just something I always do. So you can take the audio from the different instruments in machine and separate them out across your mixing board and whatever DAW you're using. This started with Rewire way back in the day, like when Reason came out, and they were going in this plugin direction then, I guess. You could take their instruments and back then it was just straight in. It was like whatever the audio output was of those two channels could go in, and then they changed it so that you could use more, and then you could like actually build everything in. And a lot of the other, you could do what I'm doing right now by basically going into machine and changing where this kick's output goes. So you go into your actual project and machine, go into where it has the output buttons, change the audio, and you have 16 different channels that you can change it to. Go back out, and now that kick is going to be on this channel. So I want to make sure I label it too, so remember, it will get confusing quick. It will get mad confusing quick if you do not label your stuff appropriately. So now that kick, you can hear what that kick really sounds like without all the stuff that was probably coming from the group that was probably coloring it. Yeah, there's a maximizer there. So let's see what it... Don't like that beginning as much, so I like that right there. And I don't want that click, so I'm going to add in from Ableton. They've got the best instrument that they came out, this drum bus. Just immediately makes everything sound a little bit better. Put it on the wrong channel already, messing up. So it's a boxy now, but do I want it to get boom? Because that's probably going to confuse with my kick. So we kind of have a basis of, like, say, something that's not too interesting, to say the least, but it's not bad. And like I said, this is actually a test on a bunch of stuff. I'm like testing out this new microphone, which I'm not quite sure what the audio is going to sound like from me actually talking into it. I'm probably going to get one of the another microphone from the storage unit and bring that over. But like, let's see what happens here with this. We're going to get one more sound in here, and I'm not sure where I'm going to go for. I want to get something that's kind of I'm thinking maybe just like kind of a sound that I'm going to like just layer over top. Something kind of weird, maybe something that'll just like kind of cut once or twice. And let's try was it in here, the harmonium? There was a harmonium instrument that I really liked. Let's see, what was that? I don't see it here. Maybe it was in India. There it is. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sitting here. I'm probably never gonna get anyone to watch my channel because now I'm gonna shit. I just shit on this one company. Now I'm getting ready to shit on another one. I'm not gonna lie, man. I used to swear by Native Instruments. Like you couldn't get me to say anything bad. You couldn't get me to anything bad about you. You couldn't get me to say anything bad about, Native Instruments. I love everything, and I have so much of their stuff because I really, really just bought into their ethos. But, man, the last couple of years, with the shake-up and how they were doing stuff and the whole, firing people or letting people go, they've changed up their whole model. And I'm really not, for it. But yet, I'm also the guy who's for Behringer right now. I think that they're doing a good thing. So, don't listen to me. Let's see. As far as this harmonium goes, I think there was a way just to let it stay on, or it was just drone, and I didn't have to do anything at all. And let me turn off because I don't want to sit there and use this. It has these weird clicks that I don't like, but there was a way that was just playing. So this is interesting. So because it's a mini channel and that drone just happens to play, it didn't record anything in that loop. So I have to insert an audio track, and I'm just going to take the audio from that contact player, put my in there. Make sure you turn this off because it shouldn't feedback, but it just gives you a false sense of loudness. So I always just turn it off. So, a little trick. Take this from 5, and we're going to bring it back down to 2. There we go, and that should be our correct loop. This could go away now. Delete. We can turn this to here. This will go in, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our contact instrument, and because we're not going to use that drone anymore, we're going to find another instrument that we can just put in there real quick. Get rid of this. I think I'm going to do a whole video on just layering contact instruments and getting them to sound right, because for the longest time I never really layered my contact instruments, and I've seen a lot of people who don't either. Whether it be because they don't know how to use it or they just don't know that you can do it. I want to let people know that you can do that sort of thing. 'Cause I mean, it saves on a lot of um, computing power. Okay, let's try that. Excuse me. So one of the things they did this. They changed all of the whole way that your clip view information looks, and it kind of took me a second to get used to it. I'm not quite sure if I like my. I mean, it is what it is. What am I complaining for? There's no reason to complain. It works fine. Um, So this is like my go-to plugin right now. It's almost on every track. Um, every song I put this on something because it just makes space. The name itself is so true. This track spacer, it just gives like the track. It's like a side chain. But what it does is it makes it so that you're not having to worry about exactly, it finds the frequencies for you really easily, and I like it. So. Kick's a little thuddy. Anyway, so that's that one. That's that one. Right. We're finished right now. Come back and we'll come back. And yes.